Hey, Merry Christmas from Matt at Unbearable 73 for me and my, well, just me, I guess. uh, so it's time to do Monarch Legacy of Monsters. At this point, it should be called Monarch Lack of Monsters and Lack of Monarch because I don't know. I mean, a show like this should be a license to make money, right? And and Monarch and the monsters are the two important things in this, and they only get like half the screen time. The screen cap I chose for my thumbnail sums it all up. These three characters, who have largely disassociated themselves from Monarch and have only a peripheral tie into the story, which I will get to in a moment because it ties back in a big way. Um, we spend so much time with their background drama, and not the good background drama. Like for example, take May slash Cora there, right? Um, she had bad background info when they were talking about her relationship with you know, the male character. I don't want to remember their names anymore because they're just such bad characters, and bad background in a couple other cases. But you get one good background, which ties into her role with the corporation that was apparently developing Mechagodzilla's artificial intelligence, right? Why can't we have more like that scene? The scenes in this episode with her background, her working for the shady corporation, they should have chunked them up and had like little bits in each of the leading episodes, leading on the mystery of this. You know, as soon as they mentioned like artificial neural whatever, I knew this had to do with Mechagodzilla, right? Everyone who was watching knew that, right? So, yeah, yes, I'm full spoil. By the way, at this point, I'm fully spoiling this. Um, if this were good, I'd hold a few details back so you could learn them yourself. But it's a couple days later, and it sucks. It just sucks. And if you're out there enjoying this, fine, more power to you. But it's such a shame. I mean, these actors are all pretty good. The concept they're doing here with these kids trying to find their dad and enjoying the Monarch, and Cora here being involved with Mecha G's, computer systems and all that, that's interesting. And could have worked better if they spent more time on that and less time on waste of time melodrama, right? So, you know, they're basically two or three. Well, there's three running plot points in this show, right? There's the past story arc, which is the origin of Monarch, right? Okay. Then there's the two present times, well, really past modern time. There's the one involving Kurt Russell and the actual monsters and apparently his rogue faction of Monarch and whatnot. And then there's a plot. Well, actually, there's four plots. Then there's a plot involving Monarch itself, right? And then there's the plot with May and Apex Technologies, which is, of course, who produced Mechagodzilla. So we have four plots, right? So if we're gonna have these four plots in there, right? Could we not edit out some of that the polygamy melodrama and they even do something else where they go back and forth about I'm not going to go after him. I want to go back to him, and for no reason at all, the girl who is the more reluctant of the two decides she wants to stay involved because she cares about Cora and she wants to find out what's going on. All of a sudden, this episode, right? The first 3 or 4 episodes, she had to be dragged along, right? So this show's a mess, and this episode is the worst of all 7 episodes. I'm not going to belabor this. Obviously, I have my sense of opinion. But let's just page through this and take a few ganders here. So we start out good with the legacy, the survival of Godzilla's waking up. That's kind of pretty cool. Now they're talking in the airport, blah blah blah, sharing their feelings with us. The theme song. Cora being kidnapped by the company that which itself, and so we get the flashback to finally what made Cora run, right? Or slash. So here's the deal. This whole thing with this corporation kidnapping her and blackmailing her, they don't explain why, right? No, they explain that she deleted something, but I work in IT, okay? I mean, anyone who works in IT or those of you who have iPhones as well, who have your iCloud backup, no one's going to believe that there wasn't 18 backups by this ultra elite corporation making a Mechagodzilla juggernaut. Not one single person said, let's make triply redundant backups for security purposes that no one can access. Well, like the dude making this, literally that was unbelievable. That they needed her to get something that she deleted. That's the premise of this, right? That they want her back for that reason, And then the other, and then they also revealed this episode and last one that she felt she was underpaid and wanted to actually do a project. The girl's making this critical stuff. Pay her more money. Give her stuff. You're rolling enough money to build Mechagodzilla. I'm pretty sure you can pay off a genius hacker or two or five. No, wait. They're not just rolling. Apex wasn't just rolling in enough money to build Mechagodzilla. They're rolling in enough money to build super spacecraft that can defy gravity, anti-gravity, and penetrate force fields that resist kaiju and millions of tons of oceanic pressure, depending on where the open hollows are, right? So, and to fund expeditions to Earth, enough that they basically paid for Kong, so people won't get that. It wasn't Monarch that transported Kong. It was Monarch as a facility. It was Apex that paid for all that Kong transport, right? So, yeah, I mean, Apex must have enough clout to have U.S. military vessels, which all got totaled by Godzilla, basically. It just... So here to get some of the background of May and this older woman. Now, at this point, this is the first time I'm beginning to like this dude's character. And I'm not going to be calling him this dude. I'm actually going to Wikipedia it, Monarch, so I can get these guys' names and not sound like an idiot too much longer. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Wikipedia, guess. Okay, so the young Japanese girl is Kate. The young Japanese dude is Kentaro. They're the half siblings. Then it's Korra / May. Keiko is in the past. Anders, Bill Reynolds is in the past. Okay, Joe Tippett. So this is Joe Tippett, who was an actor who was playing Tim. So we'll call this guy Tim. He's Tim. So Tim here, this is the first time, this in the last episode, where I really was kind of thinking this character is okay. So he comes in disheveled, has a little bit of humor. Okay with that. They accuse him of kidnapping her. He's trying to be reasonable. And he comes across as reasonable now with the stupid leader of Monarch. Well, I mean, what is Serizawa and Admiral Stoic who are the actual leaders of Monarch? Like they just letting this fly under Serizawa, these children have found Gojira twice. Gojira in the desert. Ignore them. Let them hunt Gojira. What is Serizawa doing? This stuff they have to be putting reports in. What is Admiral Stoic doing? Letting this all go on. Okay, none of them are interceding with this mess that's going on. This is a stupid scene. This scene solely exists to get her out of there so she can alert Monarch to the presence of Shaw's taking over the facility, right? Okay? They could have just done that by having her ask where the bathroom is. Instead of an awkward scene where she sounds stupid and it makes the older analyst look stupid, wasting 2 or 3 minutes, they could have cut down, hey, can I use the restroom? Where? Oh, through the door, young lady. That's all. And this scene, this scene could have been a nice humor scene if either of the child actors were given better dialogue, right? So the premise is they're looking for Korra / May, and they've gone to our sisters because they told Kentaro was told to find her sister if she ever got in trouble, right? So, but they don't want to tell them about that. Like they want to try to keep some stuff secret. So they want to get our family in trouble. So they're pretending to be friends from a manga convention. Now, apparently, what makes this scene almost work is that Tim is actually apparently a big manga fan. Now, I'm not saying that Japanese people have to like manga, but this other dude, Kentaro, is an artist who lives in Japan. You'd think he'd be able to talk a little manga. You know, it's like they do in order to avoid a stereotype. They do a counter stereotype that makes him look stupider. You know, this could have actually been a good scene if the dialogue had just been a little better. You know. You know, so we go through all this human drama. They do So here they use Monarchs. So in Japan they have regular kaiju alerts, basically like potential monster attack. Here in the U.S. they haven't implemented this system, but Monarch has one. So in order to get a distraction, so they could get into the corporation, Tim, the only thing he could think of, rather than ask the lady in Monarch, can we use our power to get in there? Because Monarch has a lot of power. No, don't do that. Let's ask forgiveness rather than permission and use our kaiju alert system to set the whole town abuzz, right? So the gist of this, the main thing here is that this is when Monarch goes public, right? And I guess the congressional hearing started and all that sort of stuff, right? And just on the heel of, then they get sort of kidnapped again. And this time by Monarch. And somehow they do, and they blackmail Monarch. Oh, well, you want to find her dad. We're the only ones who can. Not that they found their dad. But you know who found their dad? Shaw. And we get a token, and we get to the end, and it's blah blah blah. Here we go back to the future. We get apparently there's a gateway to the whole Earth there, and we get a token kaiju appearance, and that's the end of it. It's I wanted to like this show a lot, and there are scenes and some stuff I like a lot in it. Like obviously it's the kaiju, yeah, okay, but they keep combining bad writing with useless human melodrama, and you get garbage. And it's just one more episode. So what do I think? So this is clearly being used to tie into 2019 and Godzilla vs. Kong, right? So how are we doing that? Well, we know that the Mecha Apex and the Mecha Godzilla development is happening here with that was Mei/Korra's character, right? I'm gonna bet that Senior Randa, I'm trying to remember his name. Hiroshi, okay? I'm gonna bet that Hiroshi, who's their dad, has some tie-in to Genocide Mom and Tywin Lannister developing the Orca. It would just because they use that sound to sort of kind of wake up Godzilla twice. I'm guessing that's going to lead to the Orca, and then that'll be our other tie-in to Monarch. Because Monarch is supposed to bridge the gap between Godzilla 2014 and 2019 and Godzilla vs. Kong, right? So I'm guessing assuming it gets another season, at the end of the season, they're probably throwing a big kaiju fight at the end of next episode just to give us a bone, And I'm assuming if there's a second season, they'll have some Skull Island tie-ins. How Monarch got that facility at Skull Island and all that. I don't have great hope for this, and I'm disappointed. I'm just such a waste of money to make this garbage. This is like a 1 out of 10, maybe a 2. Because there are a couple of individually good scenes and possibility here. That's about it. My name is Matt. 15 minutes. This has been Unbearable 73. Have a happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, just the thumbs down, things like whatever. I do have it turned on my channel. If share this video if you can. I've been getting great channel growth. Thank you guys for that. Have a nice holiday, and I am out of here.